Knights take on the Broncos Saturday evening. I'm Darcie McDonald, joined by former NRL star Josh Mansour to preview this one. And Josh, Newcastle welcome back their origin stars after their depth in the backline was sorely tested against Manly last week.
It's going to be a funny game. You had Bradman Best, obviously the young buck, up against the old warhorse in Dane Gagai in the origin midweek. So obviously having them back on the edge for Newcastle Knights and obviously bottling that game will be an interesting one. I would love to know what's actually going in their minds, but I think Kalen Ponga will back up, and there's a massive inclusion. He only played 20-25 minutes or so for, on Wednesday night, so he's a massive in. I think everything's off the back of him. And again, very, very big game for the Knights. I'm sure the fans are going to turn out for it because they're sitting 10th at the moment. They need to win this game to have any chance in playing finals footy.
Newcastle locals, they love getting out to
Nova Castrians, as low as they come.
The Broncos also were reaching deep into their playing ranks reserves last round, and coach Kevy Walters is not revealing much by only naming his origin stars and Adam Reynolds in the reserves, but they will be keen to play, you'd think, and get this thing turned around before it is too late.
Another team that's had a pretty underperforming season, the Broncos. I don't think anyone saw this coming. They've had a lot of distractions, a few injuries here and there. Obviously, the most notable one is Adam Reynolds. I mentioned it every single week. They just lack a lot of direction. They're very immature footy side, I think. A lot of inexperience there, and I feel like with Adam there, he's really the glue that holds the team together and really, steers them across the park as every great halfback does. But I think, and I'm going to put my money on this, I think he plays this week.
Really?
He's on the extended bench, but I have heard a little whisper that he's a big chance of coming back this week, a week early from his full recovery. So perfect timing for the Broncos, in my opinion, to have him back. And I still got my reservations in saying, obviously, with Breece Walsh, Carrigan backing up, I thought
80 minutes on Wednesday.
Big stint, one of the most physical games of Origin we've seen. So, we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Reynolds, what a big in that would be.
Massive in. We'll see how we go.
All right, well, 6 losses in a row for the Broncos. Can they find a win, or will the home side Newcastle be too strong?
Oh, geez, Das, another tough game to predict. I'm going to go to Broncos. I can't see him losing 7 in a row. It's out of this world to think, with the way they finished last season and, the cliche of you have to lose a grand final to win one has obviously gone according to plan for the Broncos, but to have to salvage their season, they need to win the Knights this weekend. So I'll go to Broncos.
It's now or never, isn't it?
Exactly right.
Thanks, Josh.
No worries.
If you want to see the match live, head to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game, you can watch it on Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or KO. Kickoff is at 5:30 p.m.